Good morning, everyone. It's Catherine from my hillside garden. We're at the end of week 3 with our Bokashi bucket, and I'd really like to try to get it filled if we can, because I would love to bury some of it so we could see how long it takes. So what I did was I went through my storage area, and as you can see, somebody got forgotten. That is I believe it's a kombucha squash that is rather on its way to being rotten. Some apples that were in storage, a small butternut squash. I had an acorn squash that had started to go bad and it's very dry on the inside. I cut it into smaller pieces just to make it more manageable. And then this is my food waste for the week. So, a couple of things. As you saw at the end of the last video, there was all that liquid out of the bottom of the Bokashi bucket. So this week I'm going to be a little bit more careful and stay around and watch it while I empty it after we fill this up. So that was, I really was not expecting. Let's see how much liquid's in there. Yep, there's liquid in there again. So what I'm going to do after when we empty the bucket in a couple weeks is I'm going to take a better look at that spigot and the valve for it to see maybe if there was something that could have been blocking it, or if it's just a really slow drain, then I know for future reference. So let's get this open, and the lid really isn't that bad to open. So I think when I first got it, there's a bit of moisture in here today and a little bit of mold on the top. So smell wise, oh, there's lots of white mold in there. Here, let me bring it down so you can take a better look. There's lots of white mold in there, so that's a good thing. And it really doesn't have, I mean, you could tell it's food waste, but it's not a bad or obnoxious smell. So, okay. So we're going to put our little cover of paper down again. We're going to put our Bokashi in. And the thing that I really, between having the worms helping me to decompose our food or to process our food for us, I'm going to put a little bit of extra Bokashi in the bottom, I think, because it was a little bit of an odor. Not bad, though. I like having the worms, and I like the thought of this because it will help me to process our food waste a little bit quicker. And then once it goes into the soil, if that breaks down in less than about 2 weeks' time, then that means the compost, you know, while I still will use it for garden waste, at least food waste will be a quicker thing. So let's see how much this adds up to be. Now, as I said, in case you haven't joined before, I did get this unit from Amazon. There are a couple of different ones. Really, it's just a closed bucket system. So I think they all work about the same. The brand is about the same. It's done with EM1, which is the bacteria that helps with the fermentation of the food. And since I'm going to do a couple layers, I think I'm going to put a bit more in there. This week we had some pasta that didn't get finished, and mostly the vegetables, I believe. And we're going to put, I don't know if I should cut this. I should probably cut it because it doesn't feel soft enough. Oop! Broke off the handle. So we'll put that apple in, but I think we're going to cut this one. And actually, I probably still could have used that one. That apple looks pretty nice on the inside, but the skin was all crinkly. So let's see. This one is soft and mushy. I think I could put that one right in. Ooh, wear gloves next time, I guess. This one went to the back of the fridge. So I just feel so much better that I'm not actually throwing all of this away. Because sometimes you forget to put things in your compost pile, or it's just easier, or you're in a rush. So either by putting it in the freezer, or it only takes a few minutes, especially if you're not videoing, it only takes a few minutes to put your food into the Bokashi bucket, and that way you have much less waste. Okay, so we have another nice layer in there. And now let's put some more Bokashi in there. And then we're going to get that last squash. I guess I'm going to have no choice but to cut it and put it in, and I don't have gloves on. So let's see how this is going to work. Oh, it's very soft. I wonder what it's like on the inside. Very dry, you could tell. So this really isn't so bad. So let's get those pieces in there. Oh, look at that. Isn't that odd? Look at the mold that's in there now already. We're going to decompose in that. I hope that's not going to affect the system of Bokashi, but look at how it went all the way on the inside. So as I said, that one was in storage and got forgotten. I have to get better about planning meals around what we have, eating what's in season before it goes bad. I feel bad about letting food, because to me, this is food gone to waste from eating, but not totally gone to waste since we're going to use it in our Bokashi bucket. So, okay, now we're going to give this all a good smush down, because remember, and I say it every time, Bokashi bucket is anaerobic. So that means you want to get out as much of the air as you possibly can. So we're squishing that down really well. And we're going to put a nice amount of bran, Bokashi bran, on the top. Maybe a little bit more because I didn't fill that cup. And with that squash having that mold on it, I don't want it to offset the system too badly. Okay, the one last thing I forgot was the paper I'm going to put on top. I have some brown craft paper. Came as packaging in something that I ordered. I believe it came with this bucket. And I just put that in the top. I'll give it another squash down, then I'll put the lid on and I'll do the draining. So this is, I still didn't have enough to fill this bucket, which just amazes me, but I guess over time everything compresses a little bit. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you'll continue to follow this journey that I'm on with the Bokashi, and that maybe it'll be something that you'll be interested in doing to cut down on the waste you send to the landfill in your area. Have a great day. Happy gardening. As an end note to today's video, look at how much liquid I got out of there. And the one thing I did notice, the container in the back was the first one. That took about 10 minutes to fill. And it looks darker. The one in the front, when I put that one underneath, because I had closed the valve and opened it again, instead of it just dripping out, it actually did run out. And I believe there may have been something, even though I didn't see it, blocking a bit of the drain. So I will definitely look into that once I have the bucket empty again. But I just wanted to show you the system that I'm using again. I have no affiliation with them. It's just the one on Amazon that I saw that was the best in my price budget. It came with the container and with the 2.2 pound bag of Bokashi, and it has the drain that's inside. So some of them come with extra containers you can keep on your counter, or with the masher, and they're different brands of Bokashi, but this is the system that I'm using currently, and I just wanted to show it to you again. So thanks for watching. I appreciate all the comments.